Don't forget to hit up Rose NBA on Twitter. This man will grind it out for you. He'll do your spotlight sims and your 12 and O's. Whatever you need, he's got it. What is good, YouTube? And welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're continuing with the realistic offseason rebuilds. And today we have a very exciting young team, and that is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, all of the game ones of the playoffs commenced over the weekend, and I gotta tell you, it was the most fun I've ever had watching basketball. But I won't talk about that too much today, because obviously we are focusing on the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 20,000 subs, and 60% of you watch this video aren't even subbed right now. Looking at you, man. What are you doing? I see you, Timmy. Subscribe. All right, let's go ahead, do this Oklahoma City Thunder rebuild and see what we can make out of this team. So the Thunder had like the 4th worst record in the NBA, I believe, as it was, so that's why they are next. As far as the coaching staff is concerned, they just hired a brand new head coach, so I don't expect any changes there. So we are not going to be making any changes in the coaching staff, and we're not going to be worrying about the head scout too much. So we're just going to go straight to the draft. So on draft night, the Thunder, if there was no draft lottery, would have number 4. So, and then I guess 21 is from something, and I can't remember what pick that's from. I kind of want to research that, because at the top of my head I can't even think of what pick that would be from. The 21st pick is the Miami Heat's first rounder. It's unprotected. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. And they also had like a Warriors top 20 protected or something like that, which turns into a second if it's not in the top 20, which obviously it will be, so they're gonna get another second round pick out of it. But with 4th pick, because they're the 4th worst record, and they have 21st pick via the Miami Heat. I guess there is one guy they would love to get rid of, probably Al Horford, right? Like, that's the big elephant in the room. So we could try to trade Al Horford here on draft night, see if we could find anything. If not, he's pretty much an expiring contract, and he'll be gone after the season. But I imagine, since he kind of set out a lot of the season, that would be in the best interest to try to get rid of him as soon as possible. So I'm going to try to look for Al Horford trades here on draft night, see what I can find, and hopefully I can get a little something for Al Horford, and maybe some contending team, because you could use a guy like Mr. Al Horford, and things all work out for him. Assuming the Clippers are keeping assuming the Clippers are keeping Paul George, and they obviously re-signed Paul George, and assuming they keep Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers have a great playoff run this year, maybe they want to strengthen the big man spot, and they take on Al Horford for a year, and hopefully it helps out a little bit, because right now their bigs are Serge Ibaka and Ivica Zubac. You can never have enough bigs. They also have DeMarcus Cousins on a 10-day are on the rest of the year kind of deal. But let's say the Clippers were interested in something like this, and we make that offer, and they accept, and Patrick Beverley is our point guard, obviously, but not for long. And then obviously the Clippers would like to look to address the point guard spot going further, but Beverley is here for now, but obviously he won't be here for the long term. So Patrick Beverley, Al Horford's gone, and we were able to just at least get rid of him, if nothing else. Able to get rid of him. Honestly, getting a second round pick would have been nice, but at the end of the day, it's okay. So let's go ahead, jump into number 4, and see what we're going to select at number 4. So there's a lot of options. There's a lot of ways we can go with this. So draft summary: Jaylen Green went number 1, Evan Mobley went number 2, Jonathan Cunningham went number 3, and obviously the Thunder have the 4th pick in the draft. And interestingly enough, Cade, Cunningham, and Jaylen Suggs are still on the board. So I guess if the Thunder were interested enough in getting a backcourt mate for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, it makes a lot of sense. Shai is listed at point guard right now. Dort's at the 2. Okay, I was kind of interested. So we can probably play Dort. 6'3" Dort could play small forward, though, because he is kind of wide like that, where he has a wingspan that he could probably play that small forward spot if we needed him to. So we could maybe run with that, even though he is, rather smaller. But I guess if we wanted to keep the backcourt the same, I guess I could take Jonathan Kuminga here as well. That's also an option. But at the same time, Kuminga got taken. Never mind. At the same time, there's a lot of guards left on the board, and I don't think I could just simply pass up on Cade Cunningham or Jaylen Suggs if one of them fell to Oklahoma City Thunder's lap. So I did take Cade Cunningham with the number 1 pick in the Pistons video, not the Pistons video. Maybe it was the Pistons, actually. Maybe it was the Pistons. So Cade Cunningham is here, and I just have a hard time passing up on him. So I'm going to go ahead and take Cunningham with this 4th pick. And then we also have the 21st pick in the draft. And we're going to be able to select, we see Davion Mitchell, we see Jeremy Robinson-Earl, Johnny Juzang, Cam Thomas. I'm also going to take Johnny Juzang here with that draft pick. And just like that, we come out with, obviously, Cade Cunningham at number 4. And we also have Johnny Juzang at 77 overall coming in as well. So nice draft. I liked our draft a lot. I'm going to go ahead and accept all of those. Player options: Shai, Lou Dort, of course, we want back, Basley, Ty Jerome, Kenrich Williams, and we're bringing all these guys back, of course. Qualifying offers, Tony Bradley, Svi Mykhailiuk are both restricted free agents. We all know the Thunder ended up trading Hamdi Diallo for Svi Mykhailiuk, so I imagine they would like to have him back. But as far as the rotation is right now, obviously, like I said, I am wow, Pukovsky's at the small forward right now. That's actually really interesting. Basley, and then you got Moses Brown. Okay, so I'm gonna move. Did Pukovsky actually play small forward? That's actually kind of weird. I did not know that. If he did, okay. Does he go down? He goes up at power forward. So I'm gonna move into power forward because I feel like that's probably more natural. I'll move Lou Dort to small forward just because I think he could handle himself there. So Shea, I'm gonna move to shooting guard, and then we'll have Cade Cunningham and Shea in the backcourt. Lou Dort small forward, John Juzang, Kenrich Williams, Basley, Pukovsky, Isaiah Roby, Gabriel Deck, and then Moses Brown obviously got himself a long-term extension from the Thunder, which is very nice for him. I'm happy for him. He was a former Blazer. He didn't get a ton of minutes for us, obviously, but I'm happy for him. So I guess the only other thing to do is maybe to move either Ty Jerome or Theo to shooting guard, and then we can kind of run with that. So I'm gonna move Ty Jerome to shooting guard, and let me turn off my damn alarm because it's pissing me off right now. Now that my alarm is off, we can kind of figure out the rest of the rotation. But honestly, looking at the rotation right now, I'm actually really happy with it. I don't think I'm going to be doing much of anything. I kind of just want to see. Actually, I do want Tony Bradley back. I changed my mind. Tony Bradley back would be nice. So I'm probably going to wait for Tony Bradley to just like maybe get an offer. If not, I'm going to go ahead and just sign him to a deal. So I'll give him like a 3-year, $9 million deal. We have tons of cap space, so this shouldn't hurt us too much. Welcome back, Tony Bradley. Happy to have you here. So I'm happy about that. Obviously, we could go crazy in free agency right now, but I'm not going to do that. So player progression wise, though, Svi Mykhailiuk comes back as qualifying offer as well. Lou Dort's up to an 81. Shea 91. Cade Cunningham 81. Basley up. A lot of progression here. Obviously, a lot of the guys here are super young, so happy with that. As far as training camps are concerned, we got some untapped potentials we can use, so I'm excited to use those because obviously very young roster. Using those untapped potentials can really help out. As far as what I'm going to use them on, probably throw A+ at Lou Dort. Would love to see him continue to develop. He was awesome for the Thunder this year. Cade Cunningham is not showing an A+, so I'll do it again. And then I'll throw the last one maybe at Moses Brown because he's kind of our center right now, so we're kind of banking on him becoming pretty good for us. So power ranking wise, we're ranked number 14, which is actually really nice. Coming into the year where we're definitely rebuilding, if you ask me. But Cade Cunningham, Shea in the backcourt is a lot of fun. It'll be very interesting to watch in real life. Lou Dort at the small forward, Basley, Moses Brown, Ty Jerome, Pukovsky, Beverly, and Tony Bradley. To be honest, I would probably rather give Theo Maledon those minutes other than Patrick Beverly, if I'm completely honest with you. So Beverly will be out of the rotation. And then proficiency-wise, we are a 3 at grit and grind. No thank you. We're going to move ourselves up to, I guess, our perimeter centric because we'll be a 3.5 this year at a perimeter centric. So we'll run a perimeter centric this year. Simulate season number 1, see how this team does, and hopefully by the end of it, maybe we're a playoff team already. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. Waiting for a playoff spot in the middle of the season, but we kind of fell out of it, which is totally fine. Jokic is your MVP. Cade Cunningham Rookie of the Year, obviously, had a lot of opportunity to get a lot of shots up, so definitely not surprised by that. Derrick Rose, 6-man for the Knicks. Jonathan Isaac player. Also, Derrick Rose was awesome for the Knicks. And what about Madison Square Garden, man? Madison Square Garden was so loud. I absolutely loved it. In Madison Square Garden, absolutely hated this guy, man. Trae Young broke their damn heart, bro. Wow, bro. What a playoff series, though, that's going to be. So, all rookie first team, Cade Cunningham obviously makes it. And then Jalen Suggs makes it for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers rebuild next will be will be very interesting, to be honest with you. But 28 from Shea, 22 from Cade Cunningham, and 15 from Lou Dort, 13 from Aleksej Pukovsky, 10 from Theo, 9 from Moses Brown, and 9 also block per game, so you love to see that, and 8 points from Darius Basley. Let's go ahead and stay with the playoffs, though, because obviously we didn't make it, so we're not even too worried about who wins here. As we got the Denver Nuggets going all the way to win the championship. Nikola Jokic is your finals MVP over the Brooklyn Nets. Going into the draft lottery this time around, though, we might end up with a lottery pick here because obviously the Thunder have a plethora of first-round picks. So we are projected the 9th pick via the Los Angeles Clippers, so that's actually really nice. And I guess we could also get another pick here that I'm not aware of potentially. We end up with number 11. Okay, so we kind of drop down to number 11. That tends to happen with me quite often. 24 from the Phoenix Suns, and that seems to be it, unless I'm missing something else that I don't see. But where is our own pick? It is going to the Hawks. Okay, so never mind. We don't have our own draft pick. Okay, so Thunder and Phoenix. So we do have a lottery pick, and we have number 24. So we'll keep that in mind. I don't imagine they'll fire their head coach for any reason, just because, you know, he's kind of been here for not that long. So I'm going to sign both of them back. Maybe not. I guess I'll sign this guy back first, and then I'll sign Trent Peterson back, and then I'll sign Nate Tibbetts or something like that, I guess, or somebody who has decent ratings. Kenny Atkinson, sure, you want to come be my assistant coach? Sure, why not? And then I didn't realize our trainer was about to expire, which is a little unfortunate, but I guess we got a B trainer. That should give us at least 2 training camps if I'm not mistaken. But with number 11, we can obviously continue to draft here. I'm not going to make any big move yet. So at number 11, we're going to be selecting, let's see who's still available. So we have Kendall Brown, Zion Harmon, Jabari Smith Jr., Hasten Ward. I see Kendall Brown on the board, and I think that's the guy I'm definitely going to be taking. And then number 21 or 24, I should say, I'll be selecting Jabari Smith Jr. as well. Might as well, right? We'll get some more forward depth. These guys are, you know, could be guys that package in trades later on as well. Got to keep that in mind. I'm going to sign everybody back. Qualifying offer. Shea is a free agent. Obviously, Shea deserves every penny he's going to get. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to give Shea his payday. Beverly won't be back. Obviously, we're not interested. So bye, Patrick Beverly. And then Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, like I said, he's going to get his bag. So let's just go ahead and give it to him, because there's no, you know, obviously it's going to happen. We're going to give it to him. So, all right. So now we have Cade Cunningham, Theo still, Shea, Ty Jerome, Lou Dort, John Juzang, Kendall Brown, and Kenrick Williams. We have Basley, Pakovsky, and Moses Brown, Tony Bradley. So again, I was kind of running with the same team. I'm not really too worried about making any big move just yet, but it could be on the horizon. Like I said, the Thunder have a ton of first-round picks. They have a treasure chest of them. So I could be making a move at any time. So just keep that in mind and be wary that could happen. So let's go ahead, though. Simulate season number 2, similar rotation, and see how we do. Season number 2, in a Brooklyn Nets uniform, Stephen Curry is your MVP. Chet Holmgren, Rookie of the Year on the Timberwolves. Preston Chua, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis Defensive Player, Bol Bol Most Improved, and Stan Van Gundy, Coach of the Year. We found a way to sneak into the playoffs, which is very, very exciting. Cade Cunningham also makes an All-NBA third team. 41 and 41. We get to play Denver in the first round, who just won the championship. Player stats, we had 23 and 23. 14 from Lou Dort. 13 from Alex Pakovsky. John Zhang with 12. Kendall Brown with 10. Bowsy with 10. And Moses Brown with 9.5. So the fact that we made the playoffs is honestly kind of warranting a big move in the horizon during the offseason. But for now, we get to see how we match up against the Denver Nuggets, who have a really good roster. James Bouknight, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, Bol, Monte Morris, Zeke. So I don't know if we'll beat this team, but again, you never know. So many current round, and wow, we beat them in 6 games. Wow, I was not expecting that. But I guess Cade Cunningham and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander put on a show and are able to upset the Denver Nuggets in the first round. So that even more clarifies that if we do not make it, you know, a championship run here, we should definitely be making a move in the offseason to make this team even better. Let's go ahead and select current round against the Los Angeles Lakers. They have Russell Westbrook. They seem to always get Russell Westbrook. It just is what happened. Rozier as well on $1 million deal, which is just insanity. Yeah, this team is really good. I don't know if we beat them, but hey, you never know. So many current round. And we did push them to 6, but at the end of the day, we lost in the second round. No surprise there. The Lakers had a really stupid roster, but at the end of the day, we have a chance here to make a big move this offseason, a big one. We can definitely make a crazy move this offseason. So we are projected a lottery pick via the Clippers again. So the Clippers must have just fell off badly. Like, they down bad right now. But we end up with number 13, which is where we're projected. And we also have 25. So pick swaps, the Clippers get our pick, which makes sense. So we have 2 first-round picks here. And yeah, okay. So now it is time to make that big move that I've been kind of hyping up. As far as candidates are concerned, I'm going to get a good trainer here because that's always important. But let's go to the draft. So NBA draft night. Who do I have to trade? Who's still under contract right now? Okay. I have Kendall Brown, Jabari Smith, Tony Bradley. I feel like that's, you know, somewhat enough to maybe get me something out here. So 13-25 as well. Let me go around, look around the league, see who's available, and I just might make my mark on who I'm going to go for. Interesting players who are available right now. James Wiseman is an expiring contract, and I find him interesting. The Wizards don't really have anybody I want, but honestly, Obviously there's this one. The Carly Towns one is always a thing I talk about, but I feel like I do this too much and I just don't want to do it today. So I'm specifically looking at our power forward situation right now, and I gotta tell you something I find interesting, and I don't know if this would ever happen, because just later on down the line, I imagine, you know, this team is going to do whatever they can to not get rid of this player, right? But I think for the entertainment purpose of this video, you just never know what can happen in the NBA. And just like this, Jayson Tatum is sitting here. The Celtics don't make the playoffs, and you're sitting here wondering, you know, what's going to happen with this team, right? You don't think they would trade Jayson Tatum? Never. It would not happen, right? And maybe you're right, but I thought, you know, you just can never rule it out when a guy becomes frustrated with the team and maybe wants out. And maybe in this situation, Jayson Tatum is asking for a trade, and who would have the best assets to make a trade for a guy like Jayson Tatum? The Thunder. They would. And I gotta tell you, like I said, I don't know if this would be enough, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna offer it anyway. Like I said, the odds of this happening, the odds of me, like this saying this right now, the odds of this happening sound slim to none. But you could just never know what happens 3 years in the future. You just never know. But I imagine Boston would not want to trade a guy like Jayson Tatum, right? So like, but we'd have to give up some picks. We'd definitely have to give up some picks. I would also give you Kendall Brown and Johnny Juzang. Not Juzang, but I'll give you Jabari Smith Jr. as well. All of this for Mr. Jayson Tatum. He comes an Oklahoma City Thunder player, and you guys get a plethora of assets for Jayson Tatum leaving you. So come on. You know you want this trade. They don't accept it. Wow. Okay. So they're going to be a lot harder to bargain for than I thought. So, all right. We also throw in this pick. And no, they don't accept. Okay, so maybe that's not going to happen. And I don't know if this would make a difference. It would not. Okay. So they're not going to be able to accept this right now. That's totally fine. I think we wait till after the draft and then we trade. So MJ Rice, Richard Isaacs, we'll go ahead and accept him as well. Player options, accept everybody back under contract. Qualifying offers, we got a lot of free agents, and then we make then we ask him, hey, would you do this now? So let me see if he's still untouchable, because if he's still untouchable, I'm still offering it, and he is. So W. All right, I have a lot more young players where that came from. So let's say again I start the trade with Johnny Juzang. Let's say maybe not John, actually, yeah, we're fine with that. And then I'll throw Kendall Brown in there, Jabari Smith Jr., and then here's all those first round picks we were talking about earlier. So let's say that would that get the, you know, would that get move the needle? It does not. And I threw this, that still doesn't get it done. Okay, I also throw in MJ Rice, who I just selected. I don't know how good this guy is, but I'm gonna offer it anyway for Jayson Tatum. Let's say we try to get rid of that. Okay, I feel like if I kept that in, they might say yes. No, they do not. Wow. Okay, so I mean, I'm not surprised. It is gonna take a lot to get Jayson Tatum, so I'm not even mad right now. I also throw this guy in here. They still don't agree. Wow. Okay, that 2023 first round pick, what if it's not Johnny Juzang and instead it's is this guy? No. Okay, that's not gonna get it done. And yeah, they're not gonna accept this. So I guess we can't get Jayson Tatum, but one guy, you know, maybe we could get from them, offer them, is maybe Jaylen Brown instead. So probably wouldn't cost as much, but let's say we offered all this for Jaylen Brown. They should accept this, and they agree. So we get Jaylen Brown instead. He is the prize that I'm okay with as well. Jaylen Brown is a nice addition to the team at the same time. So I'm happy with that. That makes us better. And, you know, we don't get Jayson Tatum, but we get Jaylen Brown at least. So we get somebody off of the Boston Celtics at the very least. So we have Cade, Cunningham, Theo, Shea, Namar, Barnett. But what I can do is Moses Brown, Tony Bradley. We're going to get Basley and Lou Dort back, and then we're chilling. So let's get Basley and Lou Dort back. So Basley wants a contract. Lou Dort wants $18 million, and I think he's worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and offer it to him. Not re-announcing Darius Basley, though. That sounds like a terrible idea. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. I know he wants a lot of money, but at the same time, I don't want him back. So let's make sure we get Basley back. And I think this next season is going to, you know, definitely tell a lot about us. So let's go ahead, make sure we don't renounce him on accident, because I do want him back. If he gets an offer, I guess I might accept it, but I don't think he will. So, and he is back. W. So now looking at this team. All right, actually, I guess we'll just look at the rotation as a whole. So one thing I do want to do, though, is shooting guard right now isn't the greatest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Lou Dort back to shooting guard. He doesn't even go down. So we're gonna move Lou Dort back to shooting guard as a backup shooting guard. He does find himself out of the starting 5, but at the end of the day, it's okay. I think he'll accept that role and be just fine with it. So we're gonna accept that and get this going. Training camps, untapped potential. We're gonna throw untapped potential at Basley, and we'll throw some at Juzang, and we'll throw this last one at Moses Brown again, because I just want to see him continue to develop as a good center for us. So at the end of the day, this is our starting 5. Cade Cunningham, Shea, Jaylen Brown, Darius Basley, Moses Brown, Alec Pukovsky, Johnny Juzang, Lou Dort, and Theo Maledon. I'm excited about this team. I think we're going to wreak havoc across the league, and I think we're going to be very, very scary. Hopefully 2K agrees, and we go on a tear in this 3rd season and win a championship. On a tear in this 3rd season, and we're the 1st seed in the Western Conference. MVP Jalen Suggs, Jalen Duran Rookie of the Year, 6-man pressure Chua, Eyes Defense Player, Kendall Brown Most Improved on the Boston Celtics, Brad Stevens Coach of the Year, so they had themselves a good season as well. Jalen Suggs, Luka, there's an update. I might have to go update. Just kidding, I don't care. Cade Cunningham, All-NBA 2nd team, and other than that, we are the 1st seed in the West. So let me try to get this video done now that the update thing is going to be in my way for the rest of the video. So Jaylen Brown, average 17, Shea with 21, Pukovsky 15, and John Zhang 10.5. We get to play the Phoenix Suns, a team I rooting for in real life, but on 2K, I'm not rooting for them here. Let's see what happens round 1 against them. Let's see what happens. We are up 3-0, and we sweep them. So that's a really good start to the playoffs. And now we get to play the Timberwolves, who have D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Poole, Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Karl Towns. Okay, could be a scarier series for sure. Jordan Poole, Chet Holmgren, Karl Towns in the front court. Sounds scary in 2K at least. So I might turn around and see what happens. And we lose in 6 games to the Timberwolves, and we get to see Boston win the championship. So wait a minute. The Celtics ended up with Nikola Jokic? So no wonder why they were so damn good. They lost Jaylen Brown. They're like, okay, we lost Jaylen Brown, we'll sign Jokic, and they won a championship. Wow, okay. Well, I'm very excited how we put this Thunder team together anyway. We only made it to the 2nd round of this video, but at the end of the day, it's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed. The Thunder are going to be very, very exciting for the future. I wanted Jason Tatum, but the Celtics would not budge, unfortunately. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.